Morning, Mike. Good morning. Looks like a nice morning where you are.
It is absolutely magnificent down here at Victoria Park in Saskatoon, and it should be because we are all geared up for Rock Your Roots. Of course, talking about reconciliation ahead of National Indigenous Peoples Day, which is tomorrow, and I'm joined by Shirley Eisbister of the Central Urban Métis Federation, Inc. Shirley, talk about this event and this date in particular.
So normally the Walk for Reconciliation, Rock Your Roots, is on June 21st. But because of the survivors wanting the school children to be able to attend, they requested that the walk be today. So we have thousands of children coming from the schools, and which is a great way for not only them to honor the survivors, but to get to know and have the knowledge of why we have the walk. And Walk Your Roots is all about everyone coming out from all cultures, walking together, talking together, eating together, and getting to know each other's cultures.
It's so important. There's no doubt about it. Now, we also want to talk quickly here about the theme of this year's walk.
So this year's walk is to honor survivor Gilbert Q-Step, who passed away in the last year. And Gilbert's words were Winiska, which means rise up. And that's what we want our communities to do, is rise up. So today we're honoring him and his son Neil Q-Step, who is also a residential school survivor. He will be leading the walk with some of the family. And that is our way of honoring the kindest, gentlest man I've ever known who's worked in our community. So good.
There you go. Certainly with a bit of a heavy heart, I could tell, Shirley. And we do want you to rise up, get your walking shoes on and get down here to Victoria Park in Saskatoon for Rock Your Roots.
All right, Mike, absolutely a massive event, and we're looking forward to seeing more of your preview later on this hour. All right, let's head back out on the go with Mike Ciona, who is getting ready to rock our roots this morning. Mike.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We are down here at Victoria Park in Saskatoon, obviously ahead of tomorrow, which is a National Indigenous Peoples Day. But today is the day that we are rocking our roots in Saskatoon. I'm joined by Cornelia, and we are talking, you are the manager, of course, of Reconciliation Saskatoon, Cornelia Laliberty. We're talking about Rock Your Roots, an initiative now that's like a decade in the making.
Yes, it is. Yeah, we're very excited to be joined today by school groups that we're expecting around 4,000, just over 4,500 school kids.
That's fantastic. I love that. Now, let's talk about the order of events here, because we do have a lot of things going on, and it starts in just a couple hours.
Yeah, for sure. The walk itself will start at the corner of Spadina and 17th at 10:30 sharp, so please come on down and join us. And then we'll have festivities in the park and a stage show from about noon till about 3-ish.
Fantastic. And obviously we'll be hearing from survivors of residential schools. We'll be hearing from various different dignitaries and community leaders, and it really is for everybody. It's that reconciliation theme, right?
It is, yeah. The theme for Rock Your Roots, our theme this year is Wanaskak, so intending like rise up or wake up. So yeah, we're just really enjoying and looking forward to the day.
Fantastic. And obviously for you guys at Reconciliation Saskatoon, this is a year-round initiative, but a really great focal point today to share that messaging.
It is, yeah. We do different events throughout the year, but this is our main big event for the whole year.
Fantastic. Well, you heard 4,500 kids. That means we got to balance that with at least 4,500 adults, you guys. So please get down here if you can today. You can sport your orange or, whatever resonates with you. But indeed, we are talking all about truth and reconciliation at Rock Your Roots today.
Completely worthwhile, Mike. A great way to spend a pretty nice Friday. We'll check back in with you a little later on.
Well, one more time down here at Victoria Park with Shirley Eisbister on this wonderful Friday, Rock Your Roots. It's June 20th. June 21st is National Indigenous Peoples Day. But we've done this today, as you told us earlier, so that the school kids could come out and take part in that truth and reconciliation spirit, which really guides this whole movement for Rock Your Roots. Where are we in terms of truth and reconciliation?
Well, we've come a long ways. But as we all know, we have a long ways to go. I mean, truth being the central point of it, because you can't reconcile without the truth. And it can be a challenge because, people listen, but they don't hear. And that's a big part of what happens. And then, of course, education, our children, and that's why it's so huge for the kids to come, because they need to know about residential school and the challenges and who was operating them and what's happened. I mean, in my family, we're in the third and fourth terms of reconciliation coming down, descendants of the residential school system. And we see what's happening in our families, and we've all worked very hard to try and, deal with some of the traumas that happened from it. So.
Yeah, it's more than, you think back to 2012, and you were saying that that truth was that fire that was lit here in Saskatoon, and we have that full, all those call to actions, but it's not just a checklist that you check off once and you forget about, right?
Right, and I mean, people have to have personal calls to action, like your station might have put out calls to action, but are those actually yours? And my call has always been diversity, because I really believe that, Saskatoon is very rich in diversity, and it's our job to mine that commodity. And Rock Your Roots fits right into that, because we want people to come out in their regalia and come out and walk together and get to know people. And I mean, we're in Reconciliation Circle right now. This has been deemed Reconciliation Circle. So what a better place to start the walk. We start in a good way with the pipe ceremony and prayers, and it's a day to just honor the survivors and honor all the diversity we have.
No doubt about it. Couldn't have said it any better. Shirley, thank you very much for this. 10:30 a.m. The walk starts down here. So 10 o'clock? Okay, sorry. Cordelia said 10:30, but get here early, either which way, and make sure you rock your roots today.